everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be doing some frequently asked questions and answering them. I haven't done a video like this in a while, so I thought I'd do one to catch up on all the questions I've been getting lately. Today, I'll be talking a little bit more quiet because I'm out on a hike and it's early in the morning and I don't want to, I want to respect other people's experience here, so I think it's like a quiet atmosphere right now. So first, my disclaimer, I'm not a medical doctor or a licensed therapist. I'm not here to treat or diagnose you with any disease. I'm just here sharing my experience and all information that I've researched for my own health crash recovery journey, which I struggled with for just about 2 years. And I highly encourage you to consult with your own doctor or therapist, and not take anybody's advice on health just through the YouTube channel without consulting your own healthcare professional. Okay, we'll jump right into the video. First question, do I get sensitivity to noise symptoms? And yes, I do. I struggle with that for quite a while. For a while there, I would be very jumpy and my nerves would be overly active to any type of sudden or unexpected noises or touches or yeah, I used to listen to podcasts and audiobooks. I mean, since very young, it was like a habit of mine to listen to like a cool audiobook or podcast to go to bed. I could not do that after I had my health crash because it would wake me up, and I would just be startled and I wouldn't have a good night's sleep at all. And my nerves would be like really overstimulated. It was not good. So yes, I had that symptom, which leads into the next question I selected, which is, do I get nocturnal panic attacks and how do I deal with it? And my experience of that. So I have done videos on it, but I'll go over it again. So my take on it is that when you're extra anxious and you fall asleep, you will be stuck in that anxious mindset or that anxious mode or that anxiety mode throughout the night and when you wake up. So it's very important to do some type of relaxation routine before you go to bed, because if you had a stressful day and you just try to fall asleep, and you eventually do because most of us are like exhausted from anxiety and stressed out, so your body will just pass out, or not pass out, but like your body will just fall asleep, but you haven't processed the anxiety, so you are stuck throughout the night with all that anxiety. And when you're asleep, you don't have the mental clarity or the ability to then talk yourself out of anxiety or, deliberately think of calm thoughts. You'll just be stuck in that anxiety mode throughout the night. And oftentimes that will trigger nocturnal panic attacks, and then you'll wake up from it and fall back asleep, and you'll just continue to have that throughout the night. So the key to this, get out in front of it, make sure you do your relaxation routine, whatever that might be for you. For me, breathing, stretching, definitely stretching really helped with that. Like a full body stretch. You don't have to go crazy. It doesn't have to be yoga, but just sit there, extend your muscles, relax your muscles deliberately, and breathe while you're doing it. That really helps me. What did not help me was baths, like hot baths right before. Now, hot baths at different times help me with like muscle aches and stuff like that. But right before you go to bed, for me, and it, this is just for me. For some people, it actually works really well. But for me, it makes me really tired and almost anxious after I take a hot bath. Like I could just feel the small amount of energy I had left in me drain out of me because, I don't know, because the bath is hot and I'm just, and then it would just have like a opposite effect to relaxation for me. But that's just for me. A lot of people do pretty well with hot baths. And some peppermint oil. I really like putting some peppermint oil like around my temples, on my neck, and just smelling it. It like relaxes me. So those are some good things to do. Okay, next question. When did my crashes stop? So I did a video that was called The 5 Phases of My Health Crash Recovery, and in it I broke down my health recovery in 5 phases. You can check that video out. It goes into more detail, but just about the crash part of it, I would say phase 4, I stopped having major crashes. I still had a few minor ones, but they were very manageable, because in phase 3, I had learned how to manage and get out ahead of and anticipate my crashes, and therefore I can prevent them and just not have them. Let me move because the sun is getting into my face. Okay. Okay, next question. What do you think about Googling other YouTubers like your channel recommends not Googling and it causes anxiety? What is your take? So, okay. Yes, I partially agree. Like, it depends on where you're at with your anxiety. Okay, if you're still very highly sensitive, yeah, Google is not a good idea, because the way it's set up, you can go down a rabbit hole, because Google doesn't have compassion for you if you're struggling with anxiety. It's just gonna bring up the most like populated, most clicked on. It's like YouTube. Well, it's actually kind of like how the universe works. It's like more attracts more. So if you type in like trembling, it's gonna give you like the most sought after diseases and most deadly ones usually, and stuff like that. So yeah, it doesn't help if you're extra sensitive. But if you are on the mend and you've kind of gotten a hold of your anxiety and your health is returning, you're not as sensitive. I mean, Google is useful to look up some stuff. I would still first obviously consult with your own medical professional. But if you're able to use Google in a beneficial way where you don't freak out on certain things, not, again, consult with your doctor. But for certain things, yeah, use it. If you don't, it can give you like a good, like a quick answer. Things like what foods will give you potassium. Like, you can look that up, and you can get good information. So I wouldn't like go extreme and completely avoid it unless I was in that phase where I was extra sensitive to everything, and like, if I saw a word that said trembling, it would like send me into like an anxiety attack. So you just kind of got to watch out where you're at, and that's how I would go about it. Sorry, I gotta move again. The sun is coming straight in my face. Yeah, I'm just gonna get low here. Okay, the next question is what type of tests have I ran, what type of blood work, and what type of doctor did I go to do these things. Okay, so when I first had my health crash, I went to the ER, so that was a medical doctor. Then I went to just like a medical doctor that you had to make an appointment with, to just rule out the basic stuff. I am not big on the allopathic medicine path for myself. I don't like just treating symptoms. I like to, figure out my root cause and heal myself from within to without. And so I don't, but I am also like intelligent enough to know that like if it's something like a severe problem with my heart, or some kind of deadly disease, I would want to know through doctors that specialize in those things, that are good at diagnosing those things. So I went to just your general medical doctor, a good one, and checked out my heart, checked out them, are these symptoms related to something serious? And they weren't. And my heart was perfectly healthy. My arteries were super clean. And so that was a good ruling out and ease of mind for me. So I did that first. Then I continued to have these symptoms. And so then I went to a naturopath, a chiropractor, 2 chiropractors. One was just like a regular chiropractor, which they specialize in the spine, and they do adjustments. And then the other chiropractor was also like a functional medicine chiropractor. And then I went to a Chinese herbalist and a another Chinese doctor, but she was just an acupuncturist. I went to 2 hormone specialists. One was a medical doctor, the other one was a doctor of osteopath. They're both medical doctors, they just have different titles. And yeah, I would say those are the doctors I went to. They all had different ways of testing you, and I went through with whatever they wanted to, me to give them. And usually consists of like your blood test, your urine, for cortisol. And that's also another question. It's like, have I gotten my cortisol checked? Yes, I've actually gotten my cortisol checked through blood serum, saliva, and urine. You can test cortisol all 3 ways. Just a little side note, from me, who I have done so much lab work and stuff like that because of this health crash, lab works are just a snapshot of your state at that moment of extraction, whether it's blood, urine, or saliva. So it's like if you're extra stressed out and your cortisol happened to be high and you took it that moment, then it's going to show that your cortisol is higher. If you're more relaxed and your cortisol, so it's you have to know that and good doctors, they know that, so they make the diagnose, like they diagnose you with that in mind. Like they don't just go, oh well, you have all these symptoms that you're telling me, but your cortisol is low right now. They listen to you if the doctor's like good. Okay. Frequent urination. Okay, so this question is, have I gotten the urge to urinate and urinate frequently as a symptom of anxiety? Yes. For not very long, but when I was extra anxious, like in the beginning, yes. It was like I'd be fine, and suddenly I had to go pee, and there was nothing stopping me. I would have to like get to a toilet ASAP. So that's what it felt like. And the other symptom of that is that you want to urinate all the time. Especially like for me, it was like, especially if I like had a panic feeling and then I calmed myself and then I was like, oh, it's time to pee. Like it was like my body's way of like relaxing. So I got through that pretty quickly, like a couple of weeks. That was when anxiety felt very foreign to me. So I think I had, a lot of symptoms then because I didn't understand it. So then it like caused more anxiety. So those were the questions I've gathered so far for this video, and I just want to thank everybody for watching, all my subscribers and all the comments and questions. I love them, and I'm doing really well. From a couple videos ago, I mentioned that I am seen and being treated by the hormone specialist doctor. Now that I'm totally healed, and I'm trying to go above and beyond and optimize myself and preparing myself for my new fitness journey and just overall optimal health and fitness journey. And I'm doing really well. After I got my hormone optimization protocol, yes, this week I am feeling even better than I was coming out of full recovery of 2 years. I did a couple of really intense workouts that I haven't been able to do forever, and I felt actually amazing afterwards. So it's incredible how much hormones can do for you when they're balanced. And yeah, look forward to sharing all that. I have a new recipe or new smoothie recipe video coming up later this week. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, keep sending me the emails and the questions, and keep supporting each other on my channel. A lot of you guys are doing that now, and I think a lot of you are really appreciating that, and that makes me happy because you all need support. This is a tough thing to get through, and I want you guys all to get there because it feels awesome when you're through it and you learn so much and you feel so much better. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I will see you again on YouTube before the week finishes. I look forward to sharing more and more things with you guys. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.